You see the beautiful trees, tall and strong. You feel the wind on your skin, the sunshine, the warmth of it. You hear the leaves and the sound of a calm forest. You walk there, feeling comfortable and calm. Soon I will count from 3 to 1, and you will think of a sad memory. 3, you are searching for that memory. 2, reconnecting with that memory more and more. 1, you are there now. What do you see?
It's more like a feeling. It's like I'm fighting. I have a stick and I wear like black clothes. They're like layered and I'm fighting. And it's like it's a blur of what I'm fighting, but I
Mm-hmm.
constantly need to fight. And my
What's your
hands
name?
stop tingling.
Hmm. Can you tell me your name?
Mm, I don't get a name.
That's okay.
I know I'm male, but I'm not getting a name.
Mm-hmm.
And everything feels heavy.
Feel the clothes in the fight and connect with it more and more.
I move very fast.
Why?
And it's like I need to fight in all directions.
Can you see what you're fighting?
It's other men, but I can't see them clearly. It's like it's endless. When I zoom out, it's like it's a never ending fight.
Hmm. How are you fighting?
Like most of the time, just really with my arms and stick. It's not wood, it's something else. I don't know the material. And it also helps me to keep the others at bay, to distance from me.
Why are they trying to approach you?
No idea. Can't can't find a reasoning, nor do I remember how I got there.
Connect with your arms and the stick, the things that help you in this fight. Does the stick know what it's fighting?
Kind of. It needs to be moved. It's like the stick is part of light, and around the stick, it's not really darkness, it's something else. And in order to keep everything else around the stick in bay, the stick needs to constantly be moved. So it's more like the stick is moving me than the other way around.
Mm.
It can't move without an entity attached to it, but it really needs a living being to do so.
Mm.
And it's doing it for ages. Not even the stick remembers when it started to move.
Mm. And why did he connect with you this time?
Ooh. My arms hurt. The stick is like saying there must always be someone who's moving me or moving with me. And it's like, now is your time. So the stick
Mm.
connected to me. It's a little bit like a calling, like you know you need to be of service for the stick.
Mm-hmm.
But it's tiring and it's draining your energy.
Did you choose the stick, or did
It's
the stick mostly choose you?
mostly the stick chose me. It's like the stick always looks for beings who are on a certain level of understanding and evolvement, so it's easier for the stick to move.
Mm-hmm.
Not everyone kind of can keep hold on to the stick because it's powerful.
Mm-hmm. So it needs a powerful master as well.
Yeah, but it's not really a master. The person who's holding the stick is still the student,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like it's not teaching is not the right word. It's different. You definitely learn a lot while working the stick, but it also takes something from you.
What?
It's energy of it, but it's like I feel that in my shoulders, like the heaviness and it's like my clearness, my focus is just sucked away. It's a kind of a means to the fact that you become one with the stick,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also it takes away a part of you. And it
I see.
clouds your mind. It's really like that's why I can't see what I'm actually fighting. It's just a mist.
Are you able to stop and look around?
I try. So right now I had both hands on the stick and move the stick, and I want to put it in one hand and just put it to the ground. It doesn't work. It's really like constantly needs to be moved. And if I want to let go of the stick, someone else need to take the stick over.
Do you want to let go?
I think so. I think it's enough. It's like it's so long. Someone else can take the stick over.
But what did you learn from this experience with your stick so far?
Hmm. It's weird. I try to remember, but I can't remember. It's like whenever you stop using the stick and let go of it, you can't recollect the time you have been there and the things you have done. It's weird. So you are not able to tell anyone else about it as well because you forgot about it. And that is again a thing of like taking a part of your identity because you have used it for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Or better, the other way around. The stick also has used you.
Yes. And it all needs to integrate.
Yeah, but I have put it aside. I handed it over to someone else, and it's like the memory is now coming in that I give it over to another person. And it's like, even though my hands aren't touching it anymore, it's still connected.
Mm-hmm.
And the connection needs to be severed. Ow, that doesn't feel nice. Ah.
What do you feel?
So it's like strings of light from my hands to the stick, and it just
Mm-hmm.
needs to be cut so the stick is not attached to me anymore. And it really hurts, not just in my hands, also my shoulders. Ah, okay,
Mm-hmm.
so the right hand is already getting detached.
Yes, try to feel the connection with the stick and this tingling in your hands and shoulder. And do not resist this connection. Just try collect your energy and give the energy to the stick back.
Yeah, it's like before I can let oh,
Yes, feel it all.
I also need to give like energy or connection away from my chest area. It's like feels like I need to drag something out of my chest area to disconnect from the stick.
Mm-hmm.
And to actually finally let go of it. So to
Yes,
hand it over.
feel your whole body. And let's start from the top of your head with a little scan and see where there are things that need to let go in relation to the stick.
It's like the entire body is like it's looked like I step one or two steps back and like like a shadow of mine is still connecting to the stick and the entire body is like a double and the part of my body that still connects to the stick, the shadowy figure, I need to detach from that. so that it feels a little bit like the stick, energetically speaking, was attached to every single cell of my body, and like a copy of mine now needs to be released.
Mm-hmm.
And I just step out of that, and it feels like, ooh, everything is pulling. To
Yeah.
step aside and to let go of the stick and remove every fraction that still had been part of my body at this moment.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Step aside and let go of everything that is not beneficial to you anymore.
So that is done, and then I need to remove something from my forehead.
Yes.
It
What do you
looks like
feel? Mm.
it looks like a gem, a stone,
Mm.
sparkly, that needs to be put out of my forehead and needs to be placed on the stick.
Yes. Then gently you can remove the gem and thank it for being part of you and acknowledging that it's time to disconnect from it. And you reunite it with the stick.
Yes. So I'm kneeling down on one knee and say kind of a prayer and goodbye to the stick,
Mm-hmm.
and get up and can continue with my life.
Yes. Take as much time as you want with this prayer. Acknowledge all the good moments and what you're letting go of. Thank it for all the lessons it gave you.
Now I'm turning around and I leave.
Yes. You let go, knowing that you learned very important things and that your energy is renewed now. You breathe in, feeling this light and warmth, and breathe out, letting go of everything that is not in your service anymore. Very good. You leave this path, closing this chapter, and I will count from 3 to 1, and we will move to another memory. 3, you're letting go. 2, you're going towards this new memory. And one, you're there now. What is happening?
I'm still that man, but I'm way older. I'm in a forest, and I have a hut in a forest.
What are you doing there?
Hmm, just daily stuff. Cutting wood, prepping things, gardening. Just very mundane and simple life.
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, it's a very simple and peaceful life.
Nice. What do you see around you?
Hills and trees. My tiny little hut. Far away there's a lake. And there are the dragons. They're flying around.
Mhm. And how do you feel?
Oh, I'm feeling good. So I'm enjoying my life here. It's very peaceful. Not much to do. So no burdens, no nothing. It's a very easy life.
Do you know your name?
It starts with an E. I can't pronounce it. It's a really weird language.
Mhm.
It's funny. Now I thought about Iceland. It's like it's the pronunciation of the name is when I want to say it, it's completely wrong, and it's always I'm getting a no. That's not it. No, no,
Well, maybe we don't need to hear it.
no. It's not important.
Yes. How
But
does this calmness feel compared to the fight you had in the other scene?
very relaxing. It's like I know nothing is happening. I can just enjoy my ordinary day every day. It's really, it's really peaceful. Nothing is
Hmm.
bothering me. It's just me there. It feels very enriching and peaceful.
Feel this peace, this calmness, how it feels to live a life with no worries. Feel your whole body and the sensation of relaxation and peace. Connect with the surroundings. Is there anything in this life that will benefit you as Dagmar?
Mm. The connections to the dragons.
Mm.
the peacefulness of the trees and the surrounding, the isolation, like not having tons of other energy fields around you that are overlapping. Just the
Mm-hmm.
peace, just sitting there in the sun and enjoying doing nothing.
Yes, that's very beautiful. Feel this relaxation.
Mm.
And if you feel like it, you can also connect with the dragons.
Yeah,
Maybe
they're
you can
always there.
ask them if they have a message for you. They want to have a chat.
They don't want to have a chat, they just want to play. They always play. It's really, they're like really goofy and want to play and have fun and fly around and also enjoy the peace and the land. It's a beautiful landscape.
Yes,
Just that,
enjoy it.
just that joy. Yeah.
Yes, just breathe in and out and look at the beautiful scenery. Feel this sense of peace. Enjoy looking at the dragons and playing with them. Just existing. And if you want, you can choose a place on your body or somewhere else where you can store this calmness so you can access this memory whenever you want.
I'm gonna put that in my chest.
Yes, feel how it stores there beautifully and comfortably as a beautiful memory and this peace so that it will always be part of you and be with you. Peaceful freedom. Breathe in and store this nice peaceful memory. Breathe out as you seal it. You can use light or any other energy you want to be able to seal this peace in your chest.
Seal it with a shape of an egg of
Hmm.
light.
Or Yes, that's very beautiful. And feel as it integrates in your body. It's part of you. Do you think there is anything else that you need to learn from this experience?
No.
Okay. Then you can thank it and slowly close this door. I will count from 3 to 1, and you will move on to another significant memory or sensation in your body. Breathe in and out. Very good. 3, you are letting go and closing the chapter. 2, you're moving towards the next significant memory. And 1, you're there now. What is happening?
I'm back in the vision of my meditation. It's. I can see a dragon that is hurt, and I can see the man again. It's the same guy. And they were flying, and she crashed. And I'm helping out because they kind of get. It's not a hunt, it's something different. It's also not following. So she needs help, and I come to help the dragon and him.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the person that was riding the dragon?
No, like it's it's like the past two things we saw because I was always on the right side looking on him. That was not my memory, and I was asking, I was like, this is not my memory. And I basically just got a glimpse of him doing what he's doing. And he's not responsible for the dragons, it's something else.
Hmm.
And basically this is the first time I'm getting introduced to him. So I just got a glimpse of his path.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was when I meditated was very funny. I was very angry tapping into that vision and thinking, what the fuck did you do to my dragon? Why is my dragon hurt? But it's not my dragon that I see, but I
Mm-hmm.
tapped into the frequency of my dragon because
Mm-hmm.
it's the mate of my dragon and she's pregnant. And I tapped
Mm-hmm.
into that frequency. And it's super weird because it feels like I know the guy, but it also feels like I don't know the guy. And now I get more information about him, but I don't understand why he's important. And it's like really I can see myself standing there as me with a red dotted dress on, And I wonder what he is seeing. I don't think he sees me in a human shape.
Mm.
And it's like I'm still a little bit confused because I haven't tapped into the entire vision at that moment. I'm like just furious. Like, what are you doing with a dragon? Are you crazy? Why is the dragon hurt? It's like I'm
Mm.
throwing a little bit of a tantrum, and it's funny to see myself from above, like, ah, mm-mm, why?
Mhm. But try to connect with the dragon. Maybe you have more information from there.
Yeah. So I'm putting like sessions and formulas down for the dragon to heal the hurts. Like she had something was with her left leg, like the back leg, and something was with her right wing. And she
Mm-hmm.
also had internal topics. And I needed to secure and protect the eggs because the eggs were fractured in the crash.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, is it unconscious? She's not? I can talk to her, but she's not giving me any response. And he's just baffled. He has no idea what is happening. So he's standing there looking at me, has no fucking clue what to do. And I'm like, don't bother me. I work here. And it's really like, why are you even trying to talk to me? You did that, which is not correct. Like I can still see that they were followed, but I don't see who was following them.
Mm-hmm.
But I have the awareness and know I need to bring in my team to like cover up the tracks of the crash site, like the ripped up earth and everything, and to basically camouflage the dragon and everything else so nobody is seeing her. And then to
Mm-hmm.
bring her to a secure spot where she can heal. And he's just looking, he has no idea what is happening right now. It's like, where the fuck am I even? Like, what is happening here? He's like, he has no knowledge. And I also don't get any information, like where are the people coming from, or who are the people that are following them. They also use dragons, but they look completely different from the dragons that he's working with.
Mm-hmm. Can you look into this guy's eyes and see if you recognize them?
Mm, it's weird. It's like, I think it's my soulmate's eyes, but it's not. It's, it's like it's shifting. It's like I don't get one fixed face. It's like shifting faces the entire time. Like I see a timeline of faces that he had.
Mm-hmm. Do you think you have any relevant connection with him?
Yeah, I
In-
think it's important. It's like I should look more into that.
Mhm.
Oh, but it's so many faces. It's like it's a lot of information. So I need to disconnect from the eyes because it's like I'm just getting more and more information. It's like,
Yes, then disconnect from the eyes and try to grab his hand and feel his skin and his energy in this way, filtering out only the life that you need to see.
it's like my right face, like the part of my right face, like the upper and lower jaw, like really starts like acting out right now. It's like a pulsing sensation.
Mhm.
It's not a painful thing, but it's like something is there, something as an information is there.
Do you feel this pulse also in your teeth?
No, it's more everywhere. It's like the entire right side of my face and even up to the eyebrows and everything.
So your connection with him rises this tingling in your body.
Now it's even different because I'm getting dragged into another meditation now where I can see myself being like half of my face is ripped off. And that's the sensation that I had right now, like a memory regarding that.
Can you ask him if he's your soulmate or maybe a twin flame?
Okay, I can't ask him, like, he's completely clueless. It's really funny. I ask him a question and I'm like, it's like, what? Who are you? And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. No use of that, man. No use at all. Oh! So I try to get into the other meditation where half of my face is ripped off.
Mhm.
And I just look. It's like I look around and there are other beings because it's a non-human reality.
Mhm.
And he's there too. Okay. So I would need to go back because he's already dead. He's like laying next to me,
Mhm.
and I'm just barely holding on right now. But when I try to move the time back, it's not working. It's like I'm like stuck in that time loop. I can't move further back to see what actually happened, but it's like really hurtful on my jaw left, on the right side, up and down.
Mhm.
And it feels a little bit like a phantom pain because there is clearly nothing anymore. So this is very fascinating.
Connect with that pain and this sensation on your face and dive
It's
into it.
yeah, it's like a mixture of nothingness and pain. It's really weird. For me right now, it's just like it's a really tiny, really fine tingling.
Mhm. Feel this tingling and let it guide you to the moment when it started. I'm gonna count from 1 to 3. And as you feel this tingling, I want you to follow it. And when I get to 3, you will be at the origin of it. 1, you feel your body, your sensations, your face. 2, you're traveling towards the origin of it. And one. You're there now. What do you see?
It's an explosion. Like I get thrown through the air and parts of my face get ripped off. And it's basically under attack. And my right hip hurts. And I can't move. We are four. Two are still kind of up and fighting, and the both of us were down.
Do you see anyone familiar?
It's like everything is dusty. I can't really. I see the flashing of the guns, but I can't really see more. It feels like we're in a hole of some sort, and there's dust everywhere.
What happens under this attack? Why is there violence?
It's like it's like we are a squad and we're under attack right now because they're haunting us for something.
Do you know for what?
I think it's information. They want information from us. I don't know about what. Ooh. Ah, my belly hurts. Oh,
Why does the bell hurt?
I don't know. It's like I can't see if there's an injury or something. It just was like a really instant pain. There's too much dust. I can't see anything.
Can you get out of that hole?
No. So we basically all are stuck in there. Oh, I get headaches. Like, so everything is really uncomfortable. I'm on the ground, and the two of us are still fighting. But something else is happening. I can't really sense it. It's outside of the hole, and there is something else going on.
Do you want to see what is there?
Mm, get a weird sensation when I ask, like, do I want to see? It's like, maybe, maybe not. It's,
Hmm.
it's weird because I already tried to get, like, at least as an astral projection or something to get out of that hole, but
Mm-hmm.
something is still holding me back.
Then maybe there's something to focus on in that hole. And the outside is not as important right now.
I'm pinned to the ground. That's why I have the pain in my belly. There's a metal staff, like pulled through my intestines and pinned me to the ground.
And who else is there with you? Is there the guy you mentioned?
Yeah, he's the one dead next to me. And the two others. Mm,
Connect with
no.
this thing, with the metal bar.
Yeah, this is like it always like drags me in again. Every time I want to leave, it drags me in again. Oh, because the metal has a specific material. I don't know the material, but fascinating. That material like gets you stuck in your body. You can't leave. It's like a trap.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh, okay. This is new information. It's like that is predominantly used if you have the ability to basically transport yourself everywhere you want to. And in order to not transport you anywhere else, they use these metal things to keep you in one reality.
Hmm. And why do you need to be just in that reality?
Because they think we would leave and we would escape. But I don't understand how we escape. Are we doing that with our bodies? No. We're moving through bodies. That's interesting. But I don't
Hmm.
understand why nobody else is leaving because I just see myself being pinned down so everyone else could leave. But they're not leaving even though we are in that hole.
Is there something keeping them as well?
It's more a
Maybe not.
thing of loyalty. It's more like if you can't leave, we're not leaving, which
Mm-hmm.
is just stupid. But I think it's just, oh, that really hurts. Ugh. So what needs to be done is that metal needs to be like forcefully removed from my body so I can travel. It's a way of travel, but also a means of living that you move
Mm-hmm.
from one body to another. And we do that in a group of four.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know why this is important. How is that related to me?
How do you feel when you're there and down to the ground?
It's really painful. It's really not enjoyable. It's hard to breathe. And it's like, mm,
Do you want to escape?
no, it's not really a feeling of escape. It's more, there is a certain way of unfairness that I feel like something is unfair, but I don't know what it is. I do not know the entire background story. And I don't understand why they don't just turn around and drag the metal thing out of me and then we are leaving. Like, why are we stuck in that reality? I'm not getting it. But I know it's really painful being pinned to that floor.
Can you ask the stick why you need to be in that reality?
I can't really ask the metal thingy. It's like it's not connecting to me.
Mm-hmm.
But there is something else. What is it? We're still not done with the task. There is a specific task.
You ask the others for information?
When I ask them, they just say, "We're not finished, we're not finished." And I think, like, what are we not finished with?
Mm.
And I try to explain to them, like, even if we haven't finished, it's not worth the risk to have all four of us stay in this reality. And we kind of got split. This is weird. Like, everyone got moved into another reality.
Mm-hmm.
So I removed the metal pin that pinned me to the ground and told everyone to leave. Like, that we can't finish what we came to do the way we're situated right now. Like, we need another approach.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I see something like a communicating device or something like transportation device. And the thing is, we thought we're gonna move into the same reality, but we didn't. So the two of them moved together. The person next to me, as a dead body, moved before and is also in a different reality, and I moved also into another reality. Ow, ow, ow.
What do you think?
It's like I had another peaking experience in my leg and my right hip. It's like I'm walking on crutches now.
Mm.
But it's a very different place.
What do you see?
It's like desert and stones everywhere. It's a very warm planet. And there's no vegetation, two suns in the sky, and I have a funky figure. Like, I have really thick and white legs, a slim upper body, and like a really, like a football head, like really white, and two huge eyes and
Mm-hmm.
very long arms, and kind of like a brownish earth color skin. Like, I'm blending into the surrounding color-wise.
Mm.
And I'm just walking on that plateau. Mm.
And how do you feel there?
I'm feeling okay. My leg hurts a little bit, but I still can walk on the crutch. And I have the memory of the other reality, of that
Mm.
hole. And it's more like I try to search for all the others, but I have no idea how to get off this planet.
Mm. Take a walk there, and if there is something that you need to see, hear, or experience, then it will come to you.
There are engravings on the ground in a circle, and it
And you,
looks really well done, like not just graved in with a stick or something. It's very old.
yes, look at it, analyze it, connect with it.
I know it's a means to move. I have the awareness of every planet has that, and you just need to find where it is. And I found it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just need to kind of activate it. Like, in order to use it, you need to have a means of activation.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how it works on that planet, so I need to figure out how to get that.
Look at on the engravings, and now that you are a habitant on that planet, you can also read the
No,
engravings.
it's not, the engravings are not from the planet and the beings there. It's way older.
Mhm.
And I try to remember, but it's like some of the memories stuck back in the other body. And right now I can't remember. I'm touching the engravings and thinking like maybe I can remember if I just touch the symbols that I see. But it's not that simple.
But why does your leg hurt?
It's the body itself, like the body I moved into always had problems with the right leg and the hip. And this
Mm-hmm.
is that's just the body itself.
Is there something you need to solve there, or it just belongs to the body?
It just belongs to the body. But it kind of transports itself to this body, but it's weird because it's how do you say? It's like switched up.
Uh-huh.
Like she's feeling that in her left hip and has a cracking noise sometimes and also pain in the left knee. But it's somehow connected to that life because she saw that being once already and two sons,
Mm-hmm.
but she didn't have a connection. She didn't understand what she was seeing. And somehow it's like it's mirrored. Oh, this is interesting.
Mm.
It's mirrored because the the entity on that planet is male and she's on this planet female, so it's mirrored. Hmm,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Okay, can we disconnect that? No, it doesn't come. We can't disconnect it because it's still important. She needs to connect to that being again. She needs to meditate on that because she's part of the solution for the engravings. Okay. So she needs to see the engravings.
Mm-hmm.
And she needs to draw these engravings because she's gonna need that for herself as well. Okay. There's something else. There's something stuck in the chest. It's like feels really hot and uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Feel it really uncomfortable.
Oh, it's the egg again.
Mm-hmm.
The egg shape. But why is it
Is it
uncomfortable?
is it your egg?
Yeah, it's the egg from the other memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's the light egg shape. Why is that important? It's like I need to take the egg shape out of that being, and it's like moving. in front of the being on the right side, clockwise. But what is the egg doing? Ooh, okay, now the lower body is hurting again.
Mhm. Is the egg not compatible with this body?
No, it's something different. I thought like I need to put the egg on the place with the symbols, but no, it's also not hovering above it, but has some connection, and I don't know why.
Can it help this person see and remember the engravings?
Yes.
How can it help?
Ooh. Okay. It's like I'm just gonna call in a translator because I have no idea what the engravings are, and I can't even properly see them.
Mhm.
And a translator is coming in
Yes. Connect.
and removes, first of all, other earth sent things because there's even more engravings, and it's a larger circle, and it feels like they're tiny little channels that form the engravings, and it looks like it fills with water, but it's not water, it's another substance. I don't know what the substance is, but it
Mhm.
fills itself up and it feels like it becomes alive.
Mhm. And what happens
So
when it comes alive?
it kind of regenerates. It's like it feels like it was dormant, laying in that sand and dirt, and with this liquid stuff, it becomes
Mhm.
alive and it needs to regenerate. It needs a moment. I need to wait so it can be fully charged. And what do we do? It's like there's a center in the middle, and out of the center is a beam of light coming out.
Is that a portal?
No, it's not a portal. It's more like I need to take Star Wars or Star Trek or whatever. I always don't remember which show it is. But it's like a
Mhm.
tractor beam. It's like it can hold something.
Mm.
But I also get the information it's also for transferring messages. So it's like basically a huge radio station that sends information into space. But what is with the egg? Why is the egg important? I don't understand the egg.
Does the egg need to be a message?
I thought something like that. I thought like I'm putting the egg into, oh, everything gets cold. Ooh. I thought I get to put the egg into the beam, but no, I'm always getting a no. The egg is not belonging into the beam. Oh, the being needs to be into the beam. Okay, fascinating.
Mm.
So I'm putting the brownish being on top of the hieroglyph things, so it looks a little bit
Mhm.
like hieroglyphs. And in the middle of the circle and puts it into the beam. And the being operates a little bit like an amplifier.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not distracting the being, it's not harmful for the being, it's actually reviving the being
Mm-hmm.
because the energy that flows through the being right now is like clarifying and cleansing and healing everything in the body as well.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the main goal. The main goal is to project the memories that I brought to the place.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no actual idea where the memories are going. I just know how to activate that thing and to project the memories, but I have no idea where they're going.
Do you need to know where they're going?
Doesn't feel like it. It's more like, okay, now these memories are gone. And it's not that they are erased, they're just like, they're transformed, they're where they need to go. And it's like, it gives me a feeling of peace.
Mm-hmm.
And is there anything else? No, but the being stays a little bit longer in the beam
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
it's really good for the body itself.
Yes, exactly. Let it clarify and heal and feel that energy.
What is the pain in the lower belly? Like there's still pain.
And when the energy flows through that space, what do you feel?
It feels good. I'm not as cold anymore. It's more like warm, but it's really just my lower body really hurts. My lower abdomen. It's like, ooh, it's like a pinching, pinching sensation all over the place, and it really is uncomfortable.
Do you want to talk with that pain?
Yeah.
And then connect with it. And I'm gonna count to three to prepare this conversation. Three, you're connecting with it. Two, you're giving the pain a voice. And one, you can talk now.
It's just saying, like, I'm not gonna leave. I was not even aware I asked it to leave, but anyways.
Mm,
And the moment you counted down to one, my tooth really started to hurt. Like, that's definitely a connection there. Whatever it
one,
is in my lower abdomen also has the connection to the tooth that gets removed.
okay.
And it really hurts. It's really uncomfortable.
Can you ask the pain, what do you think? You wanted her to leave. Why was that the first response?
It's like it just clenches to hold on, and it's like I don't know what the relation, but it's really feels like okay, if I leave here, I'm dying, which is yeah, not really true, but that is that's the frame of reference. That energy has like it needs to hold on to my lower abdomen, it needs to hold on to the tooth to be
Mm-hmm.
connected, but it doesn't. It's maybe there's also an, a fear or anxiety of whatever, like dying as a concept, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not beneficial at all to me, and it's really painful. And when I try to like remove it and take it away, it just clunches more. And I
Mm-hmm.
just need other other abilities or other things to release it out of my body.
Yes. But for now, maybe don't force it away and
No,
stay
no.
with it.
Force would not work.
Let's see what's there, what it wants to say to you.
It
Can
just
you connect
repeats.
with
Yeah,
can you
I
connect
connect.
with this pain from your tooth?
That one is slightly gone now, but it's really in my abdomen. It's way worse.
Mm.
So I try to connect, and I try to connect with l- a lot of light and positivity and stuff. And it's really like plunging into the tissue and constantly repeating, I have always been here, I'm staying. And it's like, that doesn't even make sense.
Do you recognize this energy?
I think it's the energy that we had in our last session, the black dot.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same energy.
Mm-hmm.
But the fear of dying is something that is really illogical, especially as an energy. You're not dying, you're just going into another shape or form. And it's not like there's like a huge, huge fear. Ooh, now golden drops appear, and golden drops dribbled onto that black mass to kind of
Mm-hmm.
soothe it and to make it see there's nothing to worry about. Everything is gonna be good.
Yes.
And it
Yes.
kind of soothes it. It really feels like it's better with the
Mm-hmm.
pain. Ow. And the gold starts to enclose because it looks a little bit wobbly, like
Mm-hmm.
a splash of ink on a piece of paper. Like that's how I see it.
Mm-hmm.
And the gold starts to enclose it to make it feel comfortable.
Yes. And relaxed. And realize that there is no need to fear what's coming.
Yeah.
And the experience of death is just an experience for energy, but it's not an end.
So now it's like fully enclosed. I don't know if we got everything, but the biggest part is getting removed now
Mm-hmm.
and sent to the light so it realizes nothing is hurting it. And I need to walk through golden grid to remove all the other topics and things that may have been left.
Mm-hmm. Search there with kindness if there is anything left. If there is anything that wants to speak out.
A few dots are left, and it's not really like they're speaking out, it's more like they're screaming and complaining and saying, "No, we're not leaving." And I just think, what the heck is your problem? Hmm. But they don't even remember that. This is like so long ago that they don't even remember why they're the way they are. So there's
Mm-hmm.
another, it looks really funny. There's like a hand coming in, it's like sprinkling it with gold, sprinkling it
Mm-hmm.
with gold to just let them ease into it, let them take their time
Mm-hmm.
and remove the
Exactly.
last dots. There were 4 dots left, and they're now enclosed with gold and a golden bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, much better. So the pain is gone. I can feel a little bit my sacrum, but it's not nothing compared to the pain I had before. So we're sweeping that area again,
Mm-hmm.
taking
Yes.
all the particles out that may remain,
Mm-hmm. And
and
one
then
last check.
oh, and we need to put something in. Okay, it's like
Mm-hmm.
gurgling. It's like for all what we removed, we need to fill it again to close the energetical holes.
Yes. Choose whatever you want that feels comfortable in that area.
So there's one green 4-leaved clover on the left side and on the right side. Hmm. It's like a brooch, I would say, a golden brooch.
Mm-hmm.
And on the back left side, it's, what is it, a silver triangle of some sort. And on the right back side, it's a yellow orb that is a little bit like an eclipse form.
That's beautiful. Yes. Let these signs fill in that space and heal it and make whole again. Integrate. Breathe in and out with these symbols. Let them accommodate your energy and your energy to theirs. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, ready.
Perfect. Mm. Now, I would like you to connect with the tooth
Mhm.
and check if everything is clear there as well.
It's not a sensation, there's not a feeling, but I can see some dark dots that I can remove.
Mm-hmm. And if you have the help of the golden droplets again, and you can feel them on your tooth, and as they cover these black dots, and remove them from your system. Mm-hmm. Breathe in, let the droplets come to them, and breathe out as you let go of the black dots.
So all of the black dots have been dissolved and taken out and now replaced with tiny little white marbles.
Mm-hmm. Yes, feel the marbles, how they're taking their place there, feeling comfortable and healing the area.
That feels way better.
Good. Yes. Now take a few seconds just to feel your body, your tooth, and your abdomen. All these places that are now pain free. And let me know if there are other places where you feel the black dots still. Is it clear?
It is clear, but like now the pain in my lower abdomen comes back and it's like a blue pit that I see. The tooth
Mm-hmm.
and everything is good, but now the blue pit needs to be removed as well. And it's super easy to do that, like there's no complaints or anything else, can just be removed.
Perfect. Then remove it carefully and kindly. And then seal that place. Nothing right or left, whatever you feel. It's sweet.
Yeah, it's just getting sealed with light and the
Very nice.
skin closed off and everything.
Mm.
Yeah, that's way better. Still a little bit achy, but I think it just needs to rest
Mm-hmm.
because I can't see anything else being there. It needs to be
No,
worked on.
no. Then it's good. The light will heal it, and all the charms you put there will be helpful in the regeneration of that area. And with time, it will be as new. Now I want you to connect one last time to the tooth and see if he has any parting messages that he wants to share with you.
It looks happy. It looks like it's waving at me and it says like, it's time to leave. And it looks
Mm-hmm.
forward to leaving to do something else. And as I already got that in the meditation I had about the tooth, it's like wants to go back into the earth. It's very
Mm-hmm.
funny. It wants to be buried,
Mm-hmm.
reconnecting.
Very beautiful. So that now that you know the way he wants to reconnect with Earth, is there anything else that you need to exchange before parting ways?
I'm hugging the tooth. I'm saying thank you and wish him very well for the journey.
Yes. When you're ready, let me know.
Yep, ready.
Mm. Now that you're still connecting with your body, feel it and focus on the area of the throat, lungs, diaphragm. Connect with that area on all levels. What do you feel?
Pain in the abdomen comes back.
Mm.
The moment I reacted, I connected to these areas. Ooh,
Is it the
it's
same type of pain from the
no,
abdomen?
it's like the a piercing, sharp pain, and it's has a red color, and it looks more like a floating piece of fabric, satin, but it's like sharp. It doesn't really make sense, but it's sharp, even though it's a piece of fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And it also needs to be removed. And first I need to like fold in the sharp edges to not do any more harm in the area. I need to pull it out and send it back into the light.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And
Step by step, do these things.
yeah,
Hold it carefully. And you can imagine that you have gloves of light and that your body is protected from this sharp fabric while you do this removal.
yeah. And at the same time, they're already stitching up the tissue where the fabric was located so it can reattach itself to each other. Stitches of light to close up the wound.
Yeah,
Yep, that's way better. Oh,
is the fabric removed now?
yes, it's just still doing a little bit of the stitching, but the fabric is removed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, focus on the stitching. Make sure that the area is healed. And where you are ready, let me know.
Ready.
Very good. Now try to connect again with the throat, lung, and diaphragm area and see if anything comes up.
No, not that I can see.
Now feel your body, feel these new changes, acknowledge how it's different now, how it's more free. And ask your body if there are any energy fields that is connected to and wants to disconnect.
Mm. There's right one energy field over the lower abdomen.
Mm-hmm.
And it also caused distortion. So mm,
Mm.
that can be removed. I need to start spinning it in the counter, no, counterclockwise, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
direction.
Yes.
And I need to give it a new color. It was like a really grayish tone. And now I'm
Mm.
pouring in purple and blue, and I'm spinning it counterclockwise to remove
Perfect.
it and all the energies that were attached to it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. As it disconnects, taking with it all the energies that are in excess for you. Let go of everything that's not yours.
It's like when I remove it, it's like a huge block of concrete is coming with it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let go of that as well.
Oh, that feels way better, less heavy.
Perfect. And scan your body one more time to see if there is anything else that you need to let go of. Make sure that all your energies are yours or wanted.
I'm not seeing another energy field that can be removed.
So all is clear.
There is something else. It's also again the lower abdomen, but it's not an energy field, it's something else. What is it? It tries to hide. Doesn't want to be seen.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. Approach it easily
Mm-hmm.
and with kindness and with curiosity.
I can lure it in with chocolate. It's very curious about the chocolate. Comes out, and I can put a very spacious net around it to the net is made out of gold, and it just shows that it's not in danger, but it
Mm,
also can go back to a place where there's more for the energy itself, because here it's just on its own, it's just alone. And it takes a chocolate bar and just notches down on the chocolate bar and just moves to the light. Very
Perfect.
easy.
Yes, let it go towards the light.
Yeah. Just looking up everything in the body, and there's nothing
Mhm.
else that I can see.
Perfect. Connect one last time to the abdomen part and ask if there is any particular reason this feels attached there.
It just says because the energy fields were open, like
Mm,
open, that other energy fields were able to attach. Like the
mm-hmm,
abdomen is not properly protected and secured, so there can always be other energy forms attach themselves to her. So we need
mm-hmm,
to seal off like the entrances. It's not really an entrance, but to close off the portals or points of attachment is better. That
yes.
other energies don't attach themselves all the time.
Mm-hmm, yes. You can connect with that area and see what's the best healing method so that only your energy can travel.
Yeah, like all the open points get sealed with weaves of light, like it looks like a braiding of hair, but it's light and it's
Mm-hmm.
braided in, so it's not open anymore.
Yeah.
There are also tiny little holes. It looks like a bandage made out of braids that just get attached on the back of the body as well as in the front. So no energy attachments anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that feels way better.
Perfect. Very good. Now take a few seconds to feel your body protected and clean and full of only your own energy flowing freely and calmly. Feel the warmth of your own energy traveling through the body. Good. Now that everything feels good in the body, do you want to see if you can talk with your grandfather?
I'm getting a no. It's like, nope,
Okay.
not needed.
Okay. Is there any need to talk with your sister?
No, it's more. more the topic of like corners in the family. It's not, it's like it's all evolving or revolving around the house and the pieces of land and how they're connected to the family. It's not really like she just needs to disconnect from that. Everything that needs to unfold will unfold, but she doesn't need to bother about it. She can just disconnect.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And take a deep breath. Mm, and down. Is there anything else that you need to learn from this session today?
Mhm. Her tooth is a reminder for her to root herself. And she needs to learn to root herself differently than in family topics or family drama, and to really put roots down for herself, like the way she wants that. And it's uninteresting what society wants or anything else, like expectations towards her aren't important
Mm-hmm.
to her and aren't needed. And when she's digging the tooth into the ground, this is her start of rooting herself, also rooting herself better into this reality.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much for this message. Is there anything else coming through?
And still her abdomen, she still needs to work on that. Like the things that have been removed was already super important today. And it's also something about rooting
Mhm.
and remembering that she, as a woman, is a power spot in herself, and her uterus is extremely important for that. So everything that is blocking the potential and the basic force of the uterus is dysfunctional to her, and she needs to clear that space even more often, to know like all of these things aren't protective mechanisms. They're weighing her down. So the work
Mhm.
today was already super, super important to release a lot of stuff.
Nice. Is there any advice you could give for relating this grounding practice?
Mm. It's not really an advice. She needs to work more with the pendulums and go to the anatomy chart and have a look at which part of her hips and her abdomen needs balancing.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's meditating, she's focusing too often on the lungs and on the diaphragm. Right now, she can focus more, especially on the uterus and on the bladder, to delete everything out that can be deleted now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not getting anything else.
Okay. Now you're ready to come back to the present moment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And breathing in, you integrate all the lessons you learned today, all the changes that happened in your body. And you breathe out, letting go of all the things that were removed today. All the energies are balanced, and you are ready to come back to the present, here and now. You go back to the staircase, and as I will start counting from 10 to 1, you will be back here and now. 10, you start walking up the stairs. 9, you come closer to this present moment. 8, you have with you all the lessons and the new nice energies. 7, you start to feel your spirit more and more in your body. 6, you start feeling your body more and more. 5, you feel full of energy and life. 4, you feel refreshed and reborn. 3, you're coming back to your room, visualizing your body and everything around you. 2, you start to feel your feet, your hands, your head, your chest, your abdomen, and legs. When I get to 1, you'll be able to open your eyes and be here and now, energetically and happy. 1, you're here now.
Oh, that was
Okay.
intense. Oh, wow. Oh, crawling
Easy,
up.
easy. Yes, easy.
Wow.
How do you
And
feel?
like put through a meat grinder, but
Ah,
good.
nice.
It's really interesting. It's like completely like my abdomen was not in my head, but while we were working on it, I thought like, yeah, for the past 3 or 4 days, I had super pain in my abdomen, and I just thought it's part of the cycle. And I'm like, oh yeah, no problem.
Ah.
But it's like, no. And that was so interesting, the things that I saw and the tissue and the ball. And I was like, what the heck?
Mhm.
Really cool. And you know
I'm
what
very
was
happy.
funky? In the
Mm.
beginning, when you were saying we're going down the stairs,
Mhm.
I walked up the stairs, but it was a staircase, a curly staircase, and it
Mhm, mhm.
moved down while I was walking up. It moved me down. And I was like, oh, I never had that before. That's so cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that was
very
really because
interesting.
I saw that decision. Oh, do you want to go down or do you want up? Actually, I want to go up. And then the staircase itself moved me down like spirals. And it's like,
Mm.
this is so funky.
Yeah, nice. But what do you think that is?
I was asking myself, I was like, oh, maybe because I'm always like traveling to other realities all the time. Maybe that's the staircase up. Like, no, we're not needing to go to your history. We need to go up to everything else. And I thought,
Mm-hmm.
but when it's moving down, then anyways, because the down moving, of course, is for going into the subconscious. But I was like, this is weird, but also cool.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I feel like maybe it helped to connect with the body more.
I guess so. And also with all
Mm-hmm.
the other energies, because that was so funky that I saw that man with the stick, and I was like, it really felt like, is that my memory? And then in the beginning, I was really confused. I was like, I don't know if I am that or not me. And that was so weird. So when you also ask, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm doing that. But it was
Mm-hmm.
super cool. And then it was the second time, no, the third time when I realized, oh, that's the dude I saw in my meditation. Oh, interesting. That was so cool. And the connection. And the second part was such a happy memory. That was so
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Mm.
very beautiful. I could also feel the calm in that
Ah,
scenario.
so
And
amazing.
I don't know, in my head, I connected them with the garden because we didn't touch this subject, uh, I don't know,
Oh,
out loud.
yeah.
But yeah, I connected it because when you said this about the stick in the first
Mm-hmm.
scene when you were fighting, or the man was fighting, I remembered about what you told me with the stick
Mm-hmm.
pumping it 3 times, you know?
I
Yeah,
also thought like,
exactly.
funny, there's a stick again.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yes.
It's like, yeah.
And I feel like this letting go of the stick and with the gem and whatever, it was letting go of the garden itself.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
So,
nice. I didn't connect the first one with the garden, but the second one is like, oh my God, now I understand why I love the garden so much and why that was
yes,
such a thing. Cool.
yes, but how I saw it, it was also that after you let go of the stick, you were able to go into that memory that was so peaceful, and
Yeah.
that this is what's coming after
Mm-hmm.
letting go of the garden, you know?
Oh, you're right. Nice. Oh, I love it. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. So cool.
Yes. And also when you said when it was that pain in the abdomen that was like
Mm-hmm.
a fabric, and you mentioned that it was red, I immediately thought of the root chakra.
Mm, me
Mm-hmm.
too.
Yes, yes, and then a lot of advice maybe related to rooting and grounding yourself and focusing on other areas when you're meditating came up. So yes, I feel like this is a very important
Yeah.
aspect as well.
Yeah. And it was so fascinating because it was really completely through my body. And when I saw like the edges, like knives, I was like, oh, that is really uncomfortable. Like this is, oh my God. And then also the stitching, and I was like, okay, what energetically needs to be repaired? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
wow. So we got so much shit out of my abdomen today, like really, like also the cement block, because I really just saw that gray. It was like a chakra. It was a wheel that was turning, it was gray, and then I put the colors in, and I was like, great. And then it kind of disappeared. And while disappearing, the block of concrete that was massive was just dragged out of my abdomen. And I'm like, okay. And it really felt when I was laying down, it really felt like I got lighter and I like, oh,
Uh,
this is a softness on the sofa here. So amazing.
oh
It's like,
yes, yes,
wow,
yes,
really cool. Really cool. Ah,
nice.
so thank you very much for your intuition. Definitely. It's like I didn't even bring up my abdomen in the interview and we got there.
Mhm. Yes, I'm very happy, and I feel like at some point it started flowing very well through the topics,
Yeah.
and yeah. Yes, and the end I was like, how should I integrate this with the grandfather and the sister because we work so much on the body that I didn't know how to jump from it to family,
Yeah.
and that's why I asked him. Yes, when the answer was no, then I feel like it made more sense that it was not this session that we had to
Yeah.
discuss those parts. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really sometimes interesting. Like you come up with questions and topics that you have and think, oh, this is gonna be important, and then it's, oh wait, oh, now my abdomen works. Oh, okay, take a breather, Dagmar. And then something else is way more important, but nevertheless, all of that is connected because that was super interesting when you asked that with the grandfather and also with my sister. Really just saw the inheritance and how everything is kind of connected and how
Mm-hmm.
this connection is weighing me down. And then my higher self said, she needs to disconnect. She needs to let that go. Like, really, this,
Yeah,
no. And for the past 2 or 3 days, I really was like, no, if I want to have something to build or live on, I just buy myself a piece of land, period. Because
yeah,
then it's new, it's fresh, it's not, even though it sounds horrible, it's not contaminated from my family. That's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and I know I worked for it, I paid for it, and this is like a clear thing. That's a good thing.
Hmm. Yes, yes, I
Yeah.
agree. That sounds very good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great session. Thank you very much.
Of course, of course. I'm so happy it was what you needed.
Absolutely, absolutely. And oh yeah, I forgot. I actually wanted to calibrate my brain stance and I didn't, which doesn't matter, but I think I'm gonna have so much to meditate on now. Ooh,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
so
New
great.
materials.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Oh, I love
yeah.
it.
And I'm happy we cleared the black dots as well.
Yeah.
Uh, because also last night I was looking over our last session and the email you sent me,
Yeah.
and I felt this fear of death. And now, during the session, you said it. So
Cool. Nice. Yeah.
we got to the right point.
Definitely. And I also remembered because I think in the last session the dot said that too, I was always here. Like when it said that again, it's like, no, I was always here. Like I stay here, I was always here. And I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Yes, now we found out.
Exactly. It's like, no, now you're not staying here. Like, no, you can go somewhere else. But it was really persistent. It really felt like really painful to remove it, even though I did it really slowly and with love and everything. But it was like, no, I want to stay. And it's like, mm-mm, mm-mm.
It was also spread
Yeah,
very much, so I
yeah,
think that was hard.
harder, definitely.
Yeah,
Wow. Wow. So really like it.
very happy. Yes,
Mhm.
I enjoyed it too.
Nice. I love it.